Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me once again in the Golf R for another video, just to talk a little bit around the Mk8 Golf R and Golf GTI. A little bit more information has come out about it. I kind of wanted to share that with you guys, so I'll get straight into the video. So yeah, new updates on the Mk8 Golf, and to be honest, I kind of want to focus more on the GTI and the R, simply because, to be honest, the actual standard Mk8, I don't personally believe VW are putting masses of effort into it. I think their long-term future is kind of on the electric side. They've mentioned about this ID3. That seems to be the main platform. I mean, for example, they're not actually doing like a Mk8 GTE, apparently, or a fully electric Mk8, I should say. That sort of is left to the ID3. And I'll put kind of pictures up and stuff as I'm talking. But yeah, it looks more promising actually, because I've done videos in the past on like the Golf R400 and just the Golf R in general, the Mk8, and it looks like they are going to produce it, and it looks like it's probably going to come around in 2021. So we've got a year and a half or so to wait, but at least it looks like it's on the cards. It will probably be a hybrid. Probably have the top of the range one, probably have around 400 brake horsepower, the Golf R 400 plus, and maybe the standard Mk8 Golf R will have about 300 or something. But looks cool. I've seen pictures of it before, and check out my other video on that, because there's not too much else developments on that other than the fact that it's going to potentially come in 2021. For me personally though, just to say, I think it's going to really struggle to be better than this Mark 7 Golf R personally, simply because I reckon it's going to weigh more, which means it's going to be even less dynamic because of the hybrid system, four-wheel drive, everything, and just the way the world seems to be, you know, it seems to be pushing away from sort of performance cars, you know, like they don't sound as good, all this kind of stuff that you probably know already with sort of new legislations and regulations, so I won't bore you with it all, but it's out there and it will be cool to see when it does arrive. Something I haven't talked about too much is the Mk8 Golf GTI, and you know, I wanted to mention it, A, because there's been a bit more of an update on it, and B, because I suppose it's quite always such a tough choice between the GTI and the R, and everyone's sort of like, which one do I go for, which one do I go for? For me personally, having owned this Golf R, you know, if you're not familiar with my channel, I've had this Golf R for about over 2 years now, pretty much owned it since new, 23,500 miles, loads of miles in it recently actually, and it's awesome. Does everything for me, you know, loads of videos again in the back catalogue for it, so please do check that out. And I genuinely do believe it's a better car than the GTI. It might weigh a bit more with a four-wheel drive system, which might mean it's not as dynamic, but everything else, it just absolutely trumps it, and it's such a brilliant car, the Golf R, and it always puts a smile on my face as well. Now the Mk8 Golf, there was a picture released of it, yeah, and I think I probably put the picture as the thumbnail. I think it looks so weird. You know, it's like it's been tuned up by someone who's like 16 years old and has basically tried to customize the front themselves. You know, it's got like a red VW badge, and I was thinking, why would you have that as one of your pictures? You know, anyone who's changed their VW badge to red, you know, fair play to you, it's your own choice, but you know, it just looks weird. It looks really, really weird. I hope it's not standard on those Golf GTIs. I hope that's like some sort of option extra. The rest of the car, just from seeing from that image, it looks a little bit kind of like a club sport in some ways. The wheels look quite cool. The lights look a little bit weird. It looks like they're really, really low. And there's been a lot more sketches of it as of today, actually. They released a little bit more, really going all out on it. And I can tell you that it's the 24th of October, so 2 weeks from today. They're going to announce more on it, more on the Mk8 Golf, and we'll definitely know more about the Golf GTI and the Golf R. And you know, hopefully with you guys being interested in the Golf R, my ownership experience, I always think it's interesting giving you that content, and I really like where VW are going personally. I think the ID3 is the right way to go. You know, that is where the world is going, and I've kind of said it before in other videos. It's the Mark 7 Golf R, I think, is that kind of pinnacle of what VW can kind of get out of the hot hatch, just because of the way the world is kind of changing. You know, you've got to live in the right times. As much as it pains me, you know, naturally aspirated engine, a V8, a V6, whatever, V10s, they're great. But honest to God, you know, in 2020, they're just stupid. They really are. They don't make any sense in today's world. As much as I'll still watch videos on them until they're kind of priced out, really. But it's good to know that VW is still keeping on top of it. It might even be like the last little kind of hurrah on the Golf, and it's just been such an iconic car. And you know, I've had the pleasure, and you know, I feel fortunate to have owned this car and to do, you know, 23 odd thousand miles in it. I think the Mark 8 is going to really struggle. I'm not one who's big on sort of like interiors in terms of like having multiple touch screens and all this kind of stuff, because I just want to kind of drive the car. You know, it's a fantastic place to be and sit in, the Mark 7 Golf, and I would still put my money into that personally. But it would be really interesting to see what more information we get out of the Mark 8. But let me know what you think of the looks of the Mark 8 GTI, just on that one. There is images of like the standard Mark 8 Golf and bits of information around it. You know, it says the Golf GTI probably have about 250 brake horsepower, maybe a little bit more, in the Golf R 350 to 400, all that kind of things. But we'll never know until they actually bring it out. And apparently deliveries are later this year for some of the Mark 8, so that's quite cool, even if we do have to wait a little bit longer for the R. But let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts on the Mark 8. You know, you guys, you might own a Golf R, you might own just a normal Golf from a Mark 7 or a 7.5. Are you really thinking, oh, I'm going to trade up for this Mark 8? Or are you thinking, I'm probably going to try and stick with this and take it from there? For me, I'm definitely sticking and, you know, enjoying this car for years to come. And obviously sharing it with you guys, that's kind of a big part of it as well, and kind of building that community. But what I'll do with this kind of video is I'll break it into a little bit of a series, because it sounds like over the next couple of months there's going to be more content on the Mark 8 Golf in general, and I just want to share with you little bits and also get your thoughts on it as well. You know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, so that's really the video, just a bit of an update video, and you know, stay tuned for more videos on my Golf R. Again, it's been brilliant, and I've done, over the last sort of 4 months, I've done so many miles, and it's about the only thing that's been keeping me going during it all, and that it's an unbelievable testament to the car. The car is tougher than I am, put it that way. Plenty more content to kind of come on it. If you want to watch my latest video, click up there. If you want to watch a video I think you'll be interested in, check down there. If you want to subscribe, just click just in front of me here. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.